Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shady from Wrestling Unlimited, and here I am doing a Q&A, and tonight's topic is pro wrestling. So let's just jump right into it. Alright, the first question was, what do you find to be the most overrated match of all time? There's so many I find overrated, to be honest. I'd like to think most of your big matches from like the golden era were overrated. I think the whole golden era in general was overrated. I'm probably just what do they call us? I'm just a new age spot monkey fan. I don't really watch wrestling, so what do I know, right? I would probably say I don't know, because I know there were like a lot of matches that revolutionized, but I also find were not as great as people say. Kind of like a Savage Steamboat, for example. I honestly think that match is pretty overrated. I wasn't a huge fan of it. Rock Austin from, I think it was 17. That we've seen better. Alright, what do you find the most underrated match of all time to be? Easily, I have to go with Chris Jericho versus Christian at WrestleMania 20. Oh, and excuse the Spider-Man blanket hanging in the back. I'm a piece of shit, and I like to use that to keep the sun out from coming in the mornings because I enjoy sleeping. Alright, what do you find the most solid but nothing special match of all time? I would probably have to go with the Buried Alive, because they would always hype it up so much as, you know, like, it's a Buried Alive match, you know, it's self-explanatory, but literally Undertaker always lost, Undertaker always came back. It was stupid. I fucking hated it. Alright. What matches would you book on a Ring of Honor versus WWE Super Show? That was a good question. Well, we obviously have to have a Champions Triple Threat where we get Adam Cole versus Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. That would blow the fucking roof off the place. I would probably cry watching that. I would love it so much. I would love to see Red Dragon and American Alpha. I feel like that would be a wonderful match. We could do... What else could we do? I don't know why, but I want to see Silas Young and Austin Aries. I don't know if that ever happened. It probably has. But since Austin Aries is NXT now, I can say that I would put that on there. I would put, God, you put me on the spot. See, I've known about this for a few days. I just haven't done any fucking research. But, let's see. I would do The Addiction versus The Revival. That would be a fun match, I think. Alright, Elite or New Day? Ooh. See, New Day is entertaining as all hell, but Elite. How do you not love the Elite? Just the Elite, the Elite. Fuck. That was awkward. I'm gonna have to go with Elite, honestly, because the New Day is great and all, but the Young Bucks, I have never seen a bad match with them, and Kenny Omega is one of the most entertaining motherfuckers I have ever seen. Like, in his New Japan, his Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, it's all just spectacular. Alright, worst gimmick match of all time. Again, I would probably either have to say Buried Alive, like from earlier. And honestly, I thought the Inferno matches were really stupid. Yeah, it's solid and it causes punishment, but like it just doesn't make sense. Oh well. Most over jobber of all time. Well, my opinion is Heath Slater, because literally everyone always has loved Heath Slater. Slater's gonna slate. And fucking look at him now. He is one of the most over people on SmackDown. And he was literally a jobber for years. Like his whole run. But I would probably say Zack Ryder. Just because he knows he's a jobber. Yet he's still so goddamn popular. Alright, best gimmick that shouldn't have been good on paper. I don't know how to answer that one, honestly. The best gimmick that shouldn't have been on paper? Oh, that shouldn't have been good on paper. Okay, so like a shitty gimmick that you thought it was going to be shitty, but came out amazing. New Day. When they first started, I thought they were garbage. Like, it was so whack and corny. Okay, Broken Matt Hardy versus Raven. Dude, that feud would be so over, especially if we're talking about like Raven in the early ECW days. That would be absolutely fucking phenomenal. I would pay top dollar to see it. I would pay full price to see it. Take my $9.99. I am sold. The promos that would come out of that would just blow everything away. Yes, it would be over as fuck. Alright. Why is Chris Hero still wrestling? Easy, because Chris Hero ain't nothing to fuck with. Plain and simple. Alright. Will Ospreay versus Marty Scurll. Who wins? Gee! Let's see, we've only seen that match how many times? Fuck out of here. Alright. The best angle that I have seen in the last 14 years. That is such a specific time frame. Okay, well, considering I can't remember 14 years worth of wrestling, I can remember parts of it. I can't remember all of it. Best angle I've seen in the last 14 years. I would probably have to go with either the Summer of Punk, just because how goddamn wonderful was the Summer of Punk, and or the Invasion. The Invasion did have its flaws, but what doesn't? But it was so solid. Alright, we have some hire, fire, and make champion scenarios here. The first one is AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, and John Cena. Alright, I'm hiring Cena, just because that man's dedication is top notch. I'm going to fire Dean Ambrose because I don't like Dean Ambrose, and AJ is going to be the champion. Alright, so vape break. Alright, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Rusev. I am going to hire Rusev because goddamn is he a great heel. I'm going to fire Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins will be my champion because goddamn he's a good champion. Alright. Broken Matt Hardy, Obsolete Jeff, and Nakamura. I'm hiring Broken Matt Hardy because I need his broken brilliance in my life. I'm going to fire Obsolete Jeff because I feel like his time is coming up to end wrestling. And Nakamura will be my champion. Alright, we have AJ Styles from TNA, AJ Styles from the Bullet Club, and AJ Styles from WWE because they are all so fucking different. Alright, with TNA, I don't know which time frame in TNA he's talking about. If he's talking about like early Phenomenal One days, okay. If he's talking about, you know, closer to the end of his days where he kind of started branching off on his own, or like Fortune, or when he was managed by Nature Boy, I don't know. I am going to hire AJ Styles from WWE. I'll fire him from TNA just simply because it was so spotty. I mean, Phenomenal One was great. I loved the Phenomenal One, but that was about the most of his TNA stuff I could do. And Bullet Club AJ Styles will be my champion. Alright. Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, Heath Slater. I'm hiring the Axeman. You can bet your ass I will hire the Axeman. I'm going to fire Bo Dallas. And Heath Slater is my goddamn champion, baby. Alright. Now, who was the greatest creative wrestling mind? Paul fucking Heyman. Easily. When he ran SmackDown and when he was head of creative on SmackDown, that was some of the best fucking wrestling you would ever see. Alright, what is your favorite Ring of Honor storyline? Ooh. There actually have been a lot of good ones. I'm either gonna go with... I have like 2 or 3. I'm gonna go with the Kevin Steen Steve Corino feud. That was wonderful. If you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend it. I think that was Final Battle 13. They did Fight Without Honor. The Ring of Honor Summer of Punk was way fucking better than WWE's. Or fuck. Can't think of another one. Alright, I'm gonna just leave it at those 2. Should Ring of Honor buy TNA? Abso-fucking-lutely. TNA, you have to admit, with all the problems they have, none of them are talent-wise. And they have some great fucking talent over in TNA, and I think it would just go great with all of the Ring of Honor guys. It would just mesh very well. And I mean, a lot of Ring of Honor guys have gone to TNA, so I mean, let's bring them home, boy. Let's bring the boys home. If ECW was still around today, who would be 5 guys from today's WWE who you would want to put in? Shit. I would put in... God damn. Who would I put in there? I'm gonna go to NXT. Okay. Nakamura, because they would love strong style. Who doesn't love strong style? Gargano and Ciampa. I feel like they would do very well. Just because you know. Cena, again, just the man's dedication is top notch. It doesn't get better. And Roderick Strong, just because I fucking love Roderick Strong. Alright. Should all NXT Takeover events take place before big main roster pay-per-views? I think they should take place afterwards because they're always way fucking better than the actual WWE main roster pay-per-view. Should the WWE have an off-season? I don't think they should have a complete off-season. I feel like they should give guys more breaks just so that their bodies don't deteriorate from them constantly going. Alright, if Trump faced Clinton on WWE television, what would the stipulation be and what would be the finish? Loser leaves town and Gary Johnson cashes in Money in the Bank and wins. Alright. Tyler Harper versus James Ellsworth. Who wins? I'm going with my man James Ellsworth hitting that no chin music. NWO B Team versus the Core. Who wins? Nobody. Alright. How are you liking the women main eventing? Honestly, I love it. It's groundbreaking, it's history making, and it shows you that pro wrestling is evolving. And I love that. It makes me so happy. What companies do you enjoy the most? I love wrestling as a whole. Of course, there's a lot of shitty wrestling, but my favorites, I pretty much only watch, with WWE wise, I'll watch NXT and then I'll watch pay-per-views. I don't really watch Raw or SmackDown any much. I like Ring of Honor. New Japan Pro Wrestling is top notch. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and Evolve. Those are all very well. Alright. Oh, by the way, I apologize for all my awful grammar that I've had in here. I am not good at this, but it's fun, so fuck you. What's your thoughts on AJ Styles' time in TNA during the early days? I loved it. I loved when he went as the Phenomenal One and was big X Division. It made me so happy. Worst finisher in wrestling history? Either the stink face or that Umaga spike. Alright. Favorite NXT wrestler that is not a champion? I have a few. Gargano and Ciampa. I love both of them. I've been following them for a while now. They're my favorites. Obviously, Roderick Strong. Honestly, I'm growing on No Way Jose too. I am. What match are you looking forward to the most at NXT Toronto? Honestly, right now, obviously I'm looking forward to Nakamura and Joe, but I don't want the main event to be the one that I look forward to the most. I honestly think Cedric Alexander and Andreas Cien Almas, I think that's going to steal the show. I honestly feel like that match is going to be top-notch. Match of the night. How great is Chuck Taylor on commentary? So fucking great. Go watch a PWG show. You will hear Chuck Taylor on commentary, and it is just wonderful. Should Matthew Riddle put on shoes? Only if he decides to do some high-flying shit outside of the ring. Alright. Push, Bury, and Fire. Seth Rollins, Adam Cole, and Ricochet. I have not been looking forward to this one because these are literally my three favorite wrestlers. Alright, I'm pushing Adam Cole just because I think he's the best wrestler out of the three when it comes, not just in-ring wise, but with the whole spectrum: wrestling, ring awareness, psychology, drawing heat, cutting a promo. I think he is right up top. I'm gonna push him. Fuck. You know what? I'm not answering that one. I'm pushing all three of them in their respective shows. Fuck you, Harper. How sad will you be when The Undertaker retires? Not sad at all, because I know it needs to happen. It should have happened years ago, and because he's had so many matches that I have not cared about, I have lost all of it. How will Undertaker's future retirement announcement affect the WWE? It won't at all, because he's never there anyway. Should Brock Lesnar go back to the UFC after his current contract is up? If he wants to. I never watched his UFC work. I'm not much of a UFC guy. I don't care what he does, honestly. And what is my favorite steel cage match of all time? What was that match? I know it was Eddie Guerrero. I gotta remember. I know this is cheap. Eddie Guerrero and JBL. That match was phenomenal. I recommend you go watch it. And the final question, which is question of the night. Will Adam Cole ever hit the Cole train on someone? And God, I hope so. Because not only will I, but the entire crowd at the show that happens will explode of pure happiness. Alright guys, if you have managed to sit through all 21 minutes of this, well fucking play to you. Kudos. I'm proud of you. I don't know how you did it. I don't know how I did it. But I am proud. This has been Wrestling Unlimited. My name is Shady, and I really hope you enjoyed this from your local hipster.